I'm an architect by profession and practicing architect, and based out of Bangalore in India, which is the key hub of real estate. So I think Canada, yes, as you talked about tech industry, I think it got the best VFX studios and animation colleges which are there. So a lot of people from Bangalore who are into animation, they travel to Canada for the VFX studios and animation graduation. In Indian scenario, yes, I would like to continue what Wendy was also saying. It's a good opportunity in India with IFBIC, and there is a huge scope in various states over here. It's a large subject to discuss in India, and there are various sectors because there are a lot of highways which are coming up. So there is a shift from tier 1 to tier 2 cities, and a lot of tech people are trying to invest in tier 2 cities because the land rates, the investments are pretty low, and the fetching of the very high income. So would love to meet you in September, and as Wendy mentioned, would love to have a discussion on exclusive projects which you can, or investments which we can get in with the help of IFBIC in India, and look forward for that great meeting. So thanks.
Wonderful. And thank you for that, Mayur. I also have a question. Do you have a lot of medals behind you? Did you do some great athletic accomplishments?
So my daughter is into athletics and other stuff, so I'm just sitting in her room. but yeah, I do have medals in my office, which is from international and national awards for best architecture designs. We do green building designs also. So that's right. Where.
Yeah. I just want to touch on one thing. Because Canada has such a big population of Indians that live here now in Vancouver and those areas I talked about, Surrey and the Toronto area, looking for real estate opportunities back in India might be of interest to them because, they're like expatriates, right? They may still want to go back and maybe they want to now start buying real estate back in India, right? So there might be an opportunity to figure out how to create a market for those expatriates thinking of maybe buying real estate. And then coincidentally, one of the people we're working with, Molly, Wendy and I are working with, he was born in London, now living in Canada, but he has a lot of real estate in India, just through his lineage. And so there's going to be lots of interesting business opportunities that open up with doing business both ways, whether it's coming to Canada, the US, or us going to India and figuring out how to develop and work with architects like yourself, and maybe we start doing some projects over in India as well, and we figure out how to launch that on a global basis. I'm thinking big.
Yeah, in fact, a lot of architects from Singapore and UK and US are doing a lot of master planning designs over here, and they are trying to get. But again, yes, it's very important for the local architects also to get involved because they understand how the whole demographic is, the kind of habitation which is there. So there is a lot of scope in tier 2 cities also. As I said earlier, there are a lot of connectivity. Like there is a shift in real estate from Bangalore to a tier 2 city, which is called as Mysore. The connectivity is reduced by 50% by a good highway. So a lot of tech companies, a lot of IT companies are shifting their campuses onto there. But there is a lot of scope in the other cities also for tourism, and a lot of places are coming up for religious tourism or based on other industries. So there is a lot of scope of hospitality industry also over here. There is a lot of scope of for all the countries for EVs as well as for solar. Uttar Pradesh is one of the state which has got a very good scope for certain industries, and that's what our president Amresh and Molly is working very hard towards getting investors, and I think you should look into that state. And yes, of course, as we meet or as we can have a Zoom call or a call before our meeting in September, I can just brief you on the real estate because, as I said, there are a lot of things to be talked about. And we can discuss over the same.
That's fantastic. I look forward to that.